What's going on YouTube? Claic Yuzolt back again with another video, and today we'll be doing our first video on the Square Enix new mobile title, Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. And before we get started, I do need to point out that this video is sponsored by Square Enix, so thank you so much over there at Square Enix for supporting my channel and allowing me to be able to showcase this really great game here. So that's a plus too, that it's actually pretty good. So what exactly is Dissidia Final Fantasy Omnia? It is a turn-based strategy game based off of the Dissidia franchise that Square Enix has done in the past. So if you guys have never heard of Dissidia, it is the fighter brawler type game where you take your favorite Final Fantasy characters and battle it out, and it has its own storyline. And this mobile title right here is closely connected to the newest release of Dissidia Final Fantasy NT. And guys, if you guys ended up buying NT, that was a PS4 exclusive, I do believe, you will have a code, at least while supplies last, I do believe, to get a weapon in this game for Cloud, which is actually really good, which is awesome. So be on the lookout for that if you ended up purchasing it. So, first thing everybody wants to ask me is how to obtain the units, how's the gacha in this system in this game work. So first off, I want to say every unit in the game is free to obtain. You either obtain the units from just going through the storyline, which has no energy, by the way. There's no energy to spend. You just can go through here and do as much as you want. So going through the story, you can see down here, that is where I obtain Cloud in Chapter 1, and then he's permanently on my team. Or you can also get units from going into the events, and they randomly have weekly events where characters can be obtained. And they're only obtainable for that little bit of time. However, they will add new chapters to the story where characters can be obtained, and these characters will return. So Setcher and Vanille, they are here now. Squall was available earlier, and he will make his return back later. So then people ask, then what is the gacha aspect? In this game, the gacha aspects are the weapons. They range from 3, 4, and 5-star bases. You can see here different banners have different weapons for different characters. We have Ishtola, Cloud, and Vivi here, if you guys wanted to pull for those. But there's one little thing I do want to point out here is the multi-draw 10+1 gives you a guaranteed 5-star. So every time you summon in this game for the 10+1, that +1 is always going to be a 5-star weapon. And on these banners, guys, I can't stress this enough, it is 30%. They actually show the rates if you click on notices and scroll down. It is 30% to get Oak Staff, 30% to get Crimson Edge, 30% to get Thyrus. And then it's 10% to get an off-banner 5-star. So it is very important to you guys know the draw rates in this game are actually really good. Again, you can check in notices, check them yourself later on. So, why is it so important to get these weapons for these characters? Well, if we take a look at my Squall here, I have his Twin Lance weapon, which is for Squall. We'll go ahead and hold on that and pull that up. Weapons that are 4-star or 5-star base have affinities for certain characters. Now, I can put this sword on anybody that can hold it. I think that is a great sword if you look at the top left there. I can put that on anyone that can hold a great sword. But if I put it on Squall as the affinity is for Squall, I get a solid barrel boost. And what that means is my solid barrel is going to have a better, essentially a better passive on it. Excuse me, I clicked on that wrong. And then also, he gets affinity, extra stats added to him. So if you look at affinity over here, I get extra HP, initial bravery, max bravery, attack, and defense, okay? And if you look at that max CP down there, that means when we're building a character, we're leveling it up, they get passives. Those are like passive points, and that allows us to put more passives on our character. So that's why it's very important to get the 5-star based weapons and things like that for specific characters, because not only does it boost them up stat-wise, it also gives them special passives they can use later on. Another thing I'd like to talk about when it comes to weapons is how to enhance them. This also applies to armor. One way is to just go ahead and go into the enhance menu and take these things people like to call strawberries, which you end up getting through the game and through different kind of missions and things like that. And as you click on them, you can see it puts the level up on said weapon. If we look at the weapon here, we can see that it has a max level of 20. Now, if you look up here, there are 3 little nodes up here that are blank. And what that is for is called limit breaking. And you can see limit break right here as an option. Limit breaking a weapon allows it to go up to higher levels. So, for example, if I go ahead and put Sky Cutter into Sky Cutter itself, it's going to be able to go up 5 more levels. It's going to go from, you can see here, level cap from level 20 to 25. Its CP is also going to increase. And its stats are going to increase. And that's very important in making sure your characters are as strong as they can be. And so if you pull dupes, it's not that bad in this game. We're going to go ahead and use both of these to limit break it twice. And then we're going to throw in some more strawberries to finish it out. So we can get this bad boy leveled up for Hope. So we're going to hit confirm. We're going to hit yes. They're gonna ask you if you for sure want to use your weapons there, and bada bing, bada boom, limit broken up. Now it can go all the way to level 30. That's very strong. It's very good, right? CP's up to 25. That's a lot of little passive points we have there. However, let's say you end up getting a lot of weapons you don't need. A lot of dupes, you don't need those dupes. You already have, let's say I have Sky Cutter all the way limit bursted out. I can't use it anymore, or limit breaked out. Can't use it anymore. What can I do with it? Well, you can sell them, the dupes, and get these things called Power Stones. 4 Power Stones let you limit break. See, I don't have 4 right now. You can see requirement 4, but if I did have 4, I could go ahead and use those 4 dupes if I sold them. use those 4 dupes, and go ahead and do the last limit break I needed to on Skycutter. So it's very important, guys. Dupes aren't that bad. They end up being able to put into the weapons and make them stronger, and you can take your dupes and make good things of them as well. So next we're going to look into how to actually make our units stronger, and then we're going to look at the battle system and how to get to fighting. So what all can we do to make our characters stronger? Well, they have several different things we can do. One, they have their normal level, and that's normal level like you would have in any Final Fantasy game. You just go into a battle, get experience points, that raises up. That has a max cap at 50, a hard cap at 50. And then we have our crystal strength here. And each character has an affinity for a certain crystal, and then we're going to raise that up, and I'll get into that in a minute. But that's going to determine different passives you get for your abilities, different abilities you can unlock, etc. And we'll go into passive abilities down here. We also get strength from our equipment, which is very important, like we talked about before. We have two abilities we're going to have equipped at a time, and then we have our passive abilities. Now, we're going to obtain these to going down our crystal strength tree. That's very important, but you can go in here and, you get HP plus 300 you can put on, you can take them on and off, and that's why that CP and limit-breaking weapons and your armor are important, because eventually you'll cap out on that, even though you'll be wanting to put more on. So, how do we get into actually putting up our crystal strength? You're going to go into this menu right here and enhance. We're going to go take a look at my boy Zidane here, because I do have a little bit of crystals on him. And you can see there are 3 types of crystals. There's like tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. And as you scroll down there, it goes all the way up to rank 50. At rank 50, you get a really nice passive, which is really good for any character. But it does take some grinding. But for example, I can just click this right here, go to yes. I've obtained that, and now I have given him max bravery plus 53, which is pretty good. And that's another way you can raise your characters up. How to obtain these crystals? It's pretty simple. You guys can just either get them throughout doing quests and story quests and, different things like that, or you can actually go ahead and there are weekly or daily events that open up. Right now it's the blue crystals that you guys can go in and just grind the crystals. The thing that limits you, again, there's not very much energy use in this game. It's pretty much all free. For example, I could go in here and do a vanilla as many times as I want, but I can only do 10 tries of this, and there are all different types of levels in it. If we go here, all the way up to quest level 50, so that's going to be able to give you your different tiers there. Another great way of getting that is to go into co-op. Yes, there is co-op battle in this game, and doing these battles here with your friends. It's a group. You go in with yourself, you take 2 friends, you go and you battle. It's one of the most fun things there are in this game. You can do co-op as much as you want, but if you would like to host and bring your friends, that's going to take your bells up here if you see that. You only get 5 bells per day, so you only get 5 hosts per day, but this right here is very good for getting your crystals for your characters, along with these that you have here. And if you're worried about leveling up or getting gil, you can see this gold cactuar down here is also a very good thing for you there. So, one of the biggest parts about building a party in DFFOO is having an Esper on your team. Espers are great. You get to summon them. They do great things. But how do we obtain them in this game? Well, you're going to go over to the Enhancement tab and then go to Bind. And then we're going to go, let's say I want to use Ramu on my team. You can see I've unlocked some of them. But yet, I don't have the item needed. All I have to do is have that item and it binds this summon to me. I can use it whenever I want. But one of the cool things about this game is I can just click on it and boom, it tells me where to get it from. Chapter 4, Snowy Peaks. Just go there, grind it out, get it, and you're going to be able to use Ramu on your team. And that's awesome. So we're going to go back. Actually, I want to go back into Bind here. We're going to go look at Ifrit, who I use on my team. And what exactly do Espers do for you? Well, Ifrit, level 1, is going to give us a Blessing. And Blessing is a passive that is on us at all times, as long as we have this Esper on our party. It's going to raise our attack by 5% when we're at max HP, which is very important. That's very good. Next up, they have an ability they use. That's when we summon them. So it takes a certain amount of turns, and then finally they get summoned up, and they're good to go. We can see here that his ability, it does 500 Brave through the entire team. It's going to be AoE. Fire magic damage. So that's going to be important when you're determining if an opponent is weak to fire or magic. And it's going to grant our entire party fire on their attacks, which is good. You can see here that the summoning speed is moderately slow. How many turns that are given extra to your team. And then the max bravery bonus, which means that, we'll get into that in a minute, but that's going to add to how much max bravery a character can hold on them. And you can see there are different things for people, like the Chocobo is moderately fast, gives your party 50 HP, and then it's also going to give, grants the party an attack times 1.10. The Chocobo kick is when you use it, okay? So now let's look into actually going in and fighting. I just wanted to make sure you guys understood how to get Espers. So we're going to get into our first battle, but before we do, I want to talk about ranking up in the game and also what the World of Illusions is. So to rank up in this game, all you guys have to do is get 10 levels on any character accumulatively. So you can do one level up, one level up, one level up on all your characters. Once you get to 10, boom, rank up. That means you get more followers, which are essentially friends, and it will go ahead and max out your SP down here that you can see I have maxed down here. The World of Illusions is one of the places where there is going to be a kind of like an energy base on you, like an energy hindrance. So you are going to have to go in here and use this energy up before you rank up, and it's going to stop you from just grinding out all this stuff. You can refill that by 1, waiting on time, 2, gems, or 3, ranking up. I just wanted to point that out, but we're going to go in to the events right here. We're going to go in to the vanilla event, and I think we're going to do the hardest one that has on here, so we're going to go in here and battle. So when we click on this, you can see that the first thing you're going to see here is we have quest level 40. That's going to tell you how hard you're probably going to end up, how hard the event's going to be based on your level. Most of the time you can overcome that with some good weapons, things like that. It's going to show you how many times you're going to have to actually fight. So in here we're going to have 4 waves of battle. It's going to give you some missions you have to do, and we're going to get rewards. Like we get a little bit of the blueberries for armor here. We have to kill her with any turns, clear without any KOs. If you go over to score, if I get this score, this target score, I beat it, I'm going to be able to get some cool reward there. And if you click on enemies, it's going to tell you, you know, what the enemies are, what they can do. You can see this is the boss guy here, the Iron Giant, the Berserker armor. And we can see exactly what we need to take in. Over here on the left, you can have as many parties as you want built up. Not as many as you want. You can get up to 10, sorry, but there's so many, it's like you're never going to need more than that, I don't think. You can pick your team out. I'm actually going to take Tifa off my team, and I'm going to throw Yuna on. So Yuna's going to come into my squad here. I'm going to take her because she does have Asuna, and I want to kind of show that off as it is. And then you can see that you're building your team. You can also just drag your Esper down here, go to your allies, go to your Espers, and pick them how you would like to. So we're going to go back here. We're going to click begin. And this is where I can take one of the people that I'm following. So I'm going to go ahead and scroll down. Let's see who I should take. I'm going to take Kronos, because Kronos is a good guy. And he has a level 50 Barts, a crystal level 50 Barts, pretty strong. The whole thing with friend unit, when you take it, guys, you have to be following them, and you can use their friend unit if you guys are following each other, which makes you guys friends. The only difference there is they can come with you and help you out on your multiplayer, okay? That's the difference there. So we're going to go ahead and begin. And I haven't done this before, but I'm going to try to do it here on stream, or on this video, and describe exactly what's happening. So when you get into this battle, you're going to see a lot of things on your screen. But the 2 things you need to know are what are brave attacks and what are HP attacks. What are the differences between them? Well, if you look at the numbers on top of all of these enemies, you can see that they have, you know, numbers up above, and you can see these numbers over here on this brave. Those are the brave numbers. You can see that our units have a max brave number, and the enemies do not. They just have the brave number up above. The brave number is how much your HP attack will do. You can see that if I have this guy targeted with Zidane, this blob right here, I have him targeted with on enemy A. If I use my HP attack, I'm going to do 765 HP damage to him. You can see how much that moves his bar down. However, if I use a brave attack, I'm going to take some of that brave away from him, and then I'm going to give it to myself, and that's very important. That way the enemy doesn't hit you very hard, and you're building up yourself to do more damage. So we're going to go ahead and use a brave attack here. So there we go. He is resistant to physical damage, but we did take away about 300 and gave Zidane quite a bit. And also, we want to point out that we have special abilities like Asuna here. That's going to grant everybody 1.2 of the caster's initial bravery. So if you look, whatever your initial bravery you started out with, 1.2 times that. Removes all debuffs from everyone and a high turn rate, which is pretty cool. So we're going to use that and see what happens here. She gave everybody bravery and would have removed any debuffs, which is awesome. Next up, we're going to go ahead and show you guys what a break is. So we're going to break one of these guys. You can also check on the enemies and see who they're targeting. That's very important too. You can see that A is targeting Yuna. You can see it right there. B is targeting Squall. And C is targeting Zidane, so they're targeting each one of our party members. I'm going to go ahead and go to this Goblin Mage right here, and I'm going to use my Blade Barrel Plus. The reason it is a plus is because I'm below a certain percentage of my initial bravery, or excuse me, I'm a certain percentage of my initial bravery there. But that's all. Each character has different things there, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. What that's going to do is going to do a bunch of brave attacks. You can see that I have broken my opponents. Now, what happens when I break somebody? One, what a break means is when you go from below 0 bravery. So when I hit somebody or they hit me, and it knocks the units below 0 bravery, and that's what causes a break. And when a break happens, it gives everybody on this team, so on my team when I broke them, a break bonus. You can see up here, everybody got a lot of bravery on their team, and then also if they would do it to me, if they were to break me, they would also get a bravery bonus on their team. Another thing that happens is if you look at this turn order, when we break the opponent, for example, if I were to break A right here, A would move down a slot and B would move up. That is very important in trying to determine, how exactly you want these turns to go, and, depending on how the fight is going, you might need to move somebody down and wait to break them in order to do exactly what you want to do. So you can see here that my Yuna is flashing with her HP attack. She is, she's ready to go. She's ready to battle. And when you see HP flashing like that and it's all purpley, that means you're going to be able to kill whatever you're targeting, okay, guys? So if I wanted to, I could take down this this Goblin Mage, and I can use my HP attack. And I'm going to show you guys what exactly happens. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Boom. Yuna takes it down, and we're good to go there. So that means that person is dead. However, if we look here, it looks like this this blobby monster guy is targeting Yuna, and he's going to go right here where A is right there. The problem with that is Yuna is now at 0 bravery, guys. We don't want her to get broken. If she gets hit with a bravery attack, she's going to be broken, giving the enemy team more bravery and not letting us get that non-bravery bonus there. But what I'm going to try to do now is use my 2 turns I have here with Zidane and Squall in order to break that guy, make A go down 1 and make Yuna go up 1 so she can use a bravery attack and get more bravery. So that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to use our ability here. Go in with our bravery attack. Boom, broken. Now Yuna goes before A, so she's going to be good to go. We can see the Squall here has his HP attack ready to kill whatever we want. So we're going to go ahead and kill this guy. We're going to target and kill since Squall is not being targeted. And then Yuna can go ahead and use a brave attack right here. And then we're good to go because she's not going to get broken now. Even though she got hit, she didn't get broken. And then we can use an HP attack with Zidane. If you notice in the bottom right of our screen down here, you can see that our Ifrit, our summon, is slowly building up. Again, he does have a slow build. And then we also have our friend unit right here. If we were to click that, our friend unit would come in. We'll see that in a minute and take over for us. So now we're just going to go into this turn, and I'll describe what I'm thinking. So we see that 2 of them are attacking Yuna, so that means Yuna isn't going to be using a brave attack anytime soon, and 1's targeting Zidane. Remember, the blobbies are resistant to physical damage. You can tell if something is physical as if it has a sword, something is magic if it looks like a little caster spell, and then something is ranged if it looks like a gun or a weapon, a ranged weapon. So we're gonna go ahead and click on this guy. Zidane does more damage to wolves and can break them easier, so he's gonna go ahead and break that, and that's gonna be good. And then also you can see that Yuna has that little circle. She's gonna do magic damage, which they're weak to, which we did really good there and broke that guy. Let's look now. So we see Squall is being targeted by 2 people. So we're going to go ahead and use Squall to go ahead and brave attack this Flan. Isn't going to do the best. And Zidane is being targeted by the Wolf. So we don't want Zidane to get broken, right? That's what we're worried about. We don't want any of our units to get broken. So the only one targeting him is the Wolf. We have enough HP to kill him. So we're going to go ahead and deplete ours and go to 0. He's not being targeted by anything, so we're safe. Yuna can also do the same. She could do an HP attack. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and try to break. Let's see if we can break this guy. It's 700. Close. We couldn't do it, though. So there was some HP damage right there. Squall did take some HP damage. He ended up using his bravery to do HP, but that's all right. We see 1's targeting Yuna and 1's targeting Squall. But we get 3 turns, so I think we're going to be able to take him out. So I'm going to go ahead and have Squall. Let's see. We'll move C down. Maybe we can kill A. So we'll go ahead and break C and give everybody some more bonus here. And we're going to try to kill off A. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to do it. I don't know, 3,900 does that much. We might be able to, but I don't want to chance it, so I'm going to go ahead and just do a brave attack. And then, Yuna could. So Yuna's going to be able to use her brave attack here, or her HP attack. And the reason, again, is that we are killing the person that is targeting Yuna. So that means we're not worried about being broken back ourselves, because the other person is targeting Squall. Hit Squall, and we're good to go, and then we can HP attack and move on. So, pretty simple for those parts. But then comes some harder enemies we're going to have to worry about. But now we'll get into this. Again, we're just going to build up bravery. We can't really take them down too well, so we'll just brave attack. We'll go over here. I'm going to use Solid Barrel Plus. Make sure I get this guy broken. Boom. The reason they resist, I think, is because they're in the air, and I was using melee physical damage. Okay, so none of them are targeting Zidane, so he can kill whichever one he wants. We can take a look here. I'm going to go ahead and kill the one targeting Squall, because Squall's going to have a more powerful HP attack, and then Squall can just kill this guy easy. So there we go. Boom. Taking him down. So now we're up to the boss fight, I do believe. 4 out of 4. This guy's pretty tough, because the Berserker armor can buff himself. There are dispels in the game to dispel off of him, but that's all right. So we're to the boss now, and what I'm going to go ahead and do is start using my plan of attack. I see that he's hitting Yuna, is to get Zidane's and Squall's up and use HP attacks and just go from there. See what he's doing, see how he's doing. So I'm going to go ahead and use Stellar Circle to try to break him. You can see that he's really resistant to physical damage. However, if you look at it, I did put a speed down on him thanks to Zidane's ability. I'm going to go ahead and use my friend unit here. I'm going to take Yuna out and put my friend unit in. You can see that Bart's is comes in. You can see down here that he has 5 turns left. So we're going to be able to use Bart's for 5 turns. And that's how friend units work in this game. But he's really powerful. I'm going to use Double Hand here for a brave attack. Boom. He's resistant it again. Then I'm going to use Solid Barrel Plus to go ahead and break him, which is pretty awesome, giving Zidane another turn and giving me a lot of bravery. I'm going to go ahead and just use Brave Attack again, because I'm not exactly close to my max bravery to use an HP attack, so I want to build it up over time. The monster had hit Bart's there, and now he's targeting Squall, so Squall's going to go ahead and just keep building bravery up. Bart's does not have that much bravery, so we're going to use Double Hand again. The way Double Hand works, from my understanding, is the more you use it, eventually he masters it. That's pretty much how Bart's works in Dissidia NC also. When he uses those moves, he can master them. I'm kind of worried because this boss has 1737 bravery, so I'm going to use a Stellar Circle to try to knock that down the best I can. And he hit Squall there for 880, a big hit on the bravery, which that's okay, we can recover from. Targeting Bart's now. We're almost maxed on our HP here, so I'm gonna go and use free energy. It's one of Zidane's really good HP attacks. We'll go ahead and hit him in there. Bart's is about to hit, so we're gonna go and use Double Hand again. This should max. I think that means, yeah, you can see the 3 stars go over his head, meaning that he's done. That's specific to Bart's though. What should I do now? I think I'm gonna go ahead and just do a Brave attack. Try to knock his bravery down, and then Zidane gets to go again, and we'll do another Brave attack. Holy moly, this monster's not been able to do anything, is it? So now we get to use Double Hand Plus, which makes it stronger. Boom, and we got a break in there. Dude, this is fun. I'm telling you, this game is fun. It's like I said, a little puzzle we're trying to figure out. This is the harder content, though. This is in-game content right here. So he's not targeting Squall. So there's another group of abilities I haven't really talked about too much, and that is the Brave Attack plus HP attack. Squall has an ability along with Cloud and a couple of others where it does a Brave Attack, a Brave Attack, a Brave Attack, and then it can end with an HP attack. And that's both very good because you can end up breaking and building your Brave up really high and doing a big HP damage, but also scary because if you use it and you're being targeted, you could get broken. But we're not targeted, so we're going to go ahead and use Blade Flurry here. I don't know why it's hard for me to say that word, but it is. So hit there. Okay. Our Esper is available, and we'll talk about that in a minute. We're going to be summoning it at a later time, but now that you see it glowing, that means it's available. So, let's see. He is targeting Zidane, but he's already broken, so we'll just build up bravery like normal. I'm going to go ahead and use normal brave attacks. He's already broken. Build it up while we can. Okay, this is very cool. So I get to show this off. Do you see that little launcher icon that's on the monster right now? It looks like he's getting thrown back. When I use an HP or a Brave attack, I'm going to knock the monster into the air, causing a chain, like a quick time event chaining thing to go down. Anybody who has turns after me gets to have an extra turn while he's in the air, so you'll see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to knock him in the air for a Brave attack, and then Zidane gets to come in, and I'm going to do another Brave attack, because his HP attack isn't really ready. Knocks him against the wall. Most of the time, people get more bravery and more HP damage when the monster's in the air. And I get to take my turn with Zidane. So that's very important. There are actually abilities that will cause that launch effect to happen. So it's cool that I got to show it off. That's exciting. So he's still targeting Zidane here. And I still have some turns with my Stellar Circle. So I'm going to go ahead and just Brave attack. And just take the hit from this guy. This must be his HP attack. So 384 damage. Not that bad. And now I've run out of turns with Bart. So now Yuna's back in. Which isn't that bad. He is targeting Yuna though. But I'm going to go ahead and break him. There's no reason not to. We get 2 turns with Yuna. Boom. Again, the monster using HP attack goes down to 0 brave. Let's see. I think I can go ahead and use my HP attack, though, because we were almost maxed out, and it does make me max out on its own. I'm just going to use a Brave attack here with Squall. This is taking a little bit because this is physical damage. If I had more magic damage dealers, this would go a little bit faster. I'm going to use Stellar Circle here. Try to get my speed down on him and speed up on myself, which we got. And then Yuna gets to go, and I will just cast Asuna on the squad. We don't have any downs, but see how much any debuffs, but we do get a lot of bravery there from doing that. Let's see with Squall. Squall's almost maxed out, but he is targeting Squall, so we can't really do his big attacks. So we're just going to use a Brave attack here. Brave attack with him, and then Brave attack with Yuna. Then Squall's going to be hit with a thing back. Okay, so now he's targeting Zidane. Ooh, this is getting good. I really want to use this Esper. We have a lot of turns here, though, to break this guy down. So we'll, let's see. Brave attack. I'm going to use Blade Flurry here. I think we might be able to break him, and he has a lot of things, so... And he's not being targeted. Let's see. Wasn't enough to break him, sadly. I'm going to have Yuna go and use her HP attack. She's really close to finishing it off, and I want to kill this boss down. And then we'll use one more Stellar Circle with Zidane. Oh, my gosh, 49. Oh, okay. But we had another turn with Squall, which I didn't see, which that's good. So now we're going to break, and now Yuna's going to get an extra turn, right? Yeah, Yuna gets an extra turn. And we're just going to use Asuna, build up our team. He's already broken, so why not? Oh, he's berserking, so he just buffed himself. Let's see. Can we check and see what that buff does? We hold over him. Raises attack and speed, target unknown 3. So it does it to himself. So his attack and speed are up. And he's hitting harder, and he's doing more things. So that's kind of scary there. We don't know who he's targeting, which is kind of kind of scary. So I'm kind of worried about this Berserk thing, so I am going to be using my summon, but I'm going to wait until my last person's turn to summon, and then I'll get a whole bunch of more turns. I get 5 extra turns, and you'll see that in a minute. And it's really epic. So I'm going to go ahead and use, he's maxed out, so I'm going to use my HP attack. And then I'm going to have Yuna go ahead and use my summon. This is my favorite part of the game, dude. It's epic. He's coming in here, and you can see everybody got an extra turn, so it's very good to use when you're in trouble. You don't really know what's going on. You want to do a lot of damage. So my people now have fire on them, on their attacks, and the opponent just got hit by Ifrit, which is awesome. Let's see. So we don't know who he's hitting, so we need to make sure at the end of this that everybody has a little bit of bravery. We don't know sure exactly what's going on with him, so, gonna use Asuna, dude. Seems good. Give everybody a little bit of bravery there. Squall gets to go one more time, so we're gonna go ahead and have him HP attack here. Yuna gets to go one more time too, so she's gonna HP attack. Zidane doesn't get, oh, well, he gets to go one more time, but we need to start worrying about breaking him, I think, here. So I could HP attack, and then, maybe. He only has 1,000. I don't think it's worth it. I think we're gonna try to break down this guy. Ooh, and we get to knock him up. So, this could be really good. So we're gonna go ahead and brave attack here. I don't know how, yep. So there we go. We got to knock him up, so these guys get extra turns, which is pretty sweet, and we get to build up a lot of bravery here, which that worked out really well. Do you see how many extra turns we got using our Esper and the chaining going up? This game has so many things you can do with it. So we don't get any extra turns with anybody, so we want to make sure everybody has bravery so we don't get broken or really messed up. So we're going to use everybody to hit, and then he's going to do his attack, which I don't know if it hits everybody or... No, my gosh, he broke Yuna. That move, there was no saving Yuna. That move just destroyed me. Maybe if we had a Dispel, we could have stopped that, but I think Yuna was pretty much close to max. Max there, so we did get broken, so that's rough. And you can see that he's going purple now, which means he's coming in to kill us, which we don't like that. So we got to get rid of that. We got to stop him from doing that right now. Holy moly. So we got to use a Brave attack here? Are we going to lose Yuna? We got Solid Barrel Plus, but that's it. After that, he's going in. Oh, we don't know who he's targeting, to be honest. He might just kill one of our other people. Okay, he's not killing anyone now. We've knocked him down below that. Oh, that was big damage, dude. That was big damage. So it's Squall's turn now. We're going to break him and use Blade Fury here so we can do some damage too. So again, we broke him, built some HP, and then hit him with HP. I don't know who he's targeting anymore, so it's kind of rough. Free energy here. I gotta get this guy dead. He's getting too powerful. We gotta rush him down now. And Yuna, with the 928, can end this battle. Go, Yuna, go! Boom! Victory, and we took it down. Sadly, we missed the no break. That move was massive. If we had a Dispel maybe, or a Protect on Yuna, that maybe wouldn't have gone down. Maybe she needed a little bit more levels probably would have helped too. She's not the highest level, but you can see here, this is the end cap right here. Continue with that brace, we didn't get it. We beat the target score though, which is pretty good, and we got all these gems. Initial clear reward, we got some more gems, we get some items. I wish we didn't get any items, but we got some levels, which is cool. Let's see. And we ranked up, guys, and we ranked up, which is cool, which means our SP goes up, we get more followers, etc. Rank up rewards. Man, we're getting all kinds of stuff. There's another one? Alright, I'm gonna have to do that on stream or something. So, yeah, that's pretty much how the battles work, though. You can see it's really fun. For me, it's really interesting. It's definitely got a fun thing to it. One thing I want to point out, guys, before this video ends, I know it's gone really long, please bear with me on this, is you guys want to go to user data. You want to click your character. This is how you make whatever friend unit your friend's going to be using. You have to edit it specifically here. Even if you do it off in your party, it will not edit it here. You need to come into this specifically to edit it, okay? So it's important. Whatever friend unit you want up, and even if you enhance them off of the screen, you need to come back to the screen to make sure your friends are using the best character they can have from you. What exactly does a friends units mean in this game? Let's go to it real quick. Friends in this game means that you're following them and they're following you. If you are following someone, you can use their character like I showed there. The only difference is you guys have to be following each other to when you host a multiplayer to be able to invite them and do multiplayer together, alright? So, I love this game. You can see how excited I got in that battle. It was super fun and interesting, and I'm definitely going to be doing more non-sponsored content. I'm going to be doing some streams with it, some YouTube videos. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm excited for Tidus to come out, which I heard he's coming out pretty soon, so that's awesome. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below how you guys feel about this game, and if you're excited. And thank you again, Square Enix, for sponsoring this video. I had a ton of fun making it. And then subscribe for future content. We'll catch you guys in the next video.